it's really tough out there. So time freedom is definitely a big one.
Yeah,
really
for sure. And that's for sure. Like me personally, like I haven't. I think I think everybody at this point knows this, but I have intentions of having. I want to have 6 kids, right? I want to have 3 boys.
16 kids. Yo, tell them the truth. Bro.
Six.
16.
Let's do the average. 8.
Okay.
Now, but in reality, I want to have 6 kids, 3 boys. I already have the names and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Wait. Let me pause this right now. Yo, this brother, Yahoo, has the name already written down of his 6 future kids. Inshallah.
Well, I saw my phone, bro.
Subhanallah. Wait. No. Abdul Hakim.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, Abdul Hakim. There was Jamila for the girls, yeah.
What's the third? The Abdul Rahim.
Man, that's crazy.
That's a conversation for another time, right? But like me personally, I wanna have 6 kids, right? And I'm more of the traditional sense. Like I'm more traditional. I want to be the breadwinner. I want to be the one to go out in the workforce, work and stuff like that. And I want my wife to be to be the type to kind of nurturing, right? She stays at home, take care of the kids, hold down the fort for the crib while I'm out. You know what I'm saying? And and that's not to say that 9 to 5 doesn't allow for that, but I feel like now the time that we're in right now, I don't feel like, I could be wrong, but I don't know that a lot of 9 to 5 jobs that allows a man to just go onto the workforce and allow the wife to kind of like stay home and take care of the kids, right? Because nowadays, like, you need 2-parent households, right? You need the man and you need the woman to work, right? And I feel like that's a little bit detrimental to the kids and stuff like that. So for me, it's like, if you have a job, again, like entrepreneurs, it's not easy, right? But once it starts popping, once it starts busting, whatnot, then it becomes a little more easier, right, for you to be the breadwinner.
To be the breadwinner, 100%. I mean, it's sometimes it's not really conducive to the type of life you wanna lead in the future, So I definitely get it, and especially the climate in the West that we live in. That's also another one, right? So I mean, school curriculums.
Making it very.
If you know,
right? Like
so really, just many factors really that come into play when you're thinking about entrepreneurship, and it really, subhanAllah, man, it makes you see things differently. From a time freedom perspective, from being able to. I mean, a lot of people are into homeschooling now. Right? That's a big thing right now. Because you don't want the institution to to raise your kids. You want to be able to do that. So. I mean, and just going back to the the climate of the West, right? Like at the end of the day, right? Like there's a lot, like you want to be able to because like this goes back to kind of like time freedom. You want to be able, like, I like to be in control of my situation, right? I like to be in control. Like I like to know what's going on. I like to know. I don't like being in a position in the dark, like you don't know what's going on. Type uncertainty. Stuff. I don't like that, right? I like to be in a position where I have complete control of what's going on, right? So like I want to be able to one day wake up and be like, hey baby, like I'm referring to my wife or whatever, my kids, but like, yo, today we're going to Dubai, we're living there. Babes. Hey babe. Hey yo babe. You know what I mean? But like I wanna be the type to, like, I wanna have that freedom to be able to be like, hey man, today, like we're gonna live in Malaysia. Hey, yo, I'm telling you, Malaysia's the spot, man. Malaysia's the spot. That's
you know what I mean?
We said it at the same time. Okay.
Bro, I want to be able to, you know what I'm saying? I want to be able to have that freedom, and like where I'm at, like like the 9 to 5 doesn't give you the freedom. Because even if, for example, let's say they give you, let's say they give you're working at a big town firm, whatever, you the top salesman or whatever, you making, I don't know, for the sake of argument, let's say you're making $200K a month, right? You still don't have the freedom, because you still gotta clock in. You still, if you wanna wake up and be like, hey, I wanna take my family to Cancun, like you can't do that. Like you have to go through a whole process and stuff. And sometimes even when it comes to, like, my experiences, like when it comes to like breaks or whatnot, or not breaks, but like vacations, it goes by seniority
policy. There's like, you're allowed to have 2 weeks off, and that's something that I never really understood. Trust me, wallahi. Like I remember when I got my first job at a big firm, and they told me, I came in as a junior, and they're like, okay, so you're allowed to have 2 weeks of vacation per year. I remember, this is a kid who I had like 4 or 5 months off from school.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
And you're going to come here and tell me I can have only 2 weeks out of the entire year? Like, really?
It's crazy.
And then they tell me, and I'm like, okay, so when do I get to have like more vacations? I thought like after a certain time you get to unlock the full vacation you can go. But they're like, if after like 5 years or 10 years you have an extra week, and I was like,
After 5
this
years,
is dead.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, you know.
You know what I'm saying? And there's some jobs where it's like you gotta work an entire year before you can even get a vacation. Like, so if I'm coming in new and I've already booked a vacation, or let's say you want to go to Umrah or you want to go to Hajj, like you gotta cancel that. You gotta dead that, bro.